currently at the Studentpreneur Innovation Festival 2026, which is taking place at the Ghana Digital Centers. And a lot of visionary individuals are here. We have the likes of Mr. Ato of GhanaThink Tank. We may want to know, how does this have a link with GhanaThink Tank? Good to have you on Power Up Entrepreneur.
This is GhanaThink.
GhanaThink.
Yes, not GhanaThink Tank. Yeah. So the question is
the linkage. What brought you here to Studentpreneur Innovation Festival?
I think for GhanaThink, we are a social enterprise in the youth empowerment space.
Okay.
And our Barcam Ghana program, we are building a network of change makers, doers, and entrepreneurs. Last year, 2025, we focused a lot on innovation, so innovators. So we are naturally interested in innovation. We have been partnering the Studentpreneur Festival for a few years now because we believe in what they are doing. We are all trying to engage young people in Ghana to make them patriotic, passionate, positive, proactive, progressive, and productive. So this is why we partner with the Studentpreneur Innovation Festival.
Okay. You have been part of the celebration the previous years.
Yes, please.
And this particular year, 2026, what new thing have you spotted in terms of the young creatives innovations?
Okay, so I think some of the innovations that are on show here, I know about because we are quite active in the ecosystem. I have not had the chance to look at all the innovations yet to talk about what is different from the previous years. But it's great to see the different organizations that are involved and what they are working on.
And as an entrepreneur yourself, more often we are shown the successes of everything that entrepreneurs do, but behind the scene, what are some of the challenges that you have encountered with GhanaThink, and perhaps how you have overcome those challenges, and even with the existing ones that you are still trying to figure them out?
Well, for GhanaThink, we are run by volunteer membership. So there's a challenge in working with volunteers where they are not paid, as opposed to most businesses where you pay staff. But I think the way we've overcome that is we have a great number of members who are all volunteers, and they are very passionate about what we are doing as GhanaThink and where we are trying to get to, and what the work that we do also does for Ghana. So I think that's one way that, just based on having people who are very passionate about the work we are doing and are interested, and they also see how they grow by being part of GhanaThink. So how they grow professionally and are able to do lots of different things for themselves, for their businesses, etc. And I think we also focus a lot on mentorship. So even within GhanaThink, there's a lot of mentorship of our members for them to be able to take on more responsibility for what we do. And then also funding. We used to be an NGO, but for more than a decade now, we've been a social enterprise. So that model has also allowed us to become more sustainable, working more with companies and organizations to be able to fund the things that we do. So yes, we've been able to overcome all of these challenges, and there are bigger things that we are trying to do, and we know we'll be able to overcome all of those as well.
Interesting. Yeah. It's good to know that most of your volunteers actually leverage on passion to do their work, and perhaps they see the value of social capital rather than just wanting to be paid at the end of the month.
Yes.
But before we let go of you, what message do you have for young entrepreneurs out there and also innovators in general?
So I think I think we are the ones that we are waiting for. So we should go ahead to try and make things happen. Let's not always be people who are consuming products and consuming technology. Let's be part of building technology. But let's ensure that whatever we are building is also commercially viable, so that people will be able to use it and will be able to do well. But we also need to support more of what we build around us, because we need to increase the addressable market of people who are interested in the things that we build. Yeah.
I mentioned we're going to let go of it, but we are not yet going to let go of it. One more question. Since today is a very historic day, we are celebrating.
It's one of my favorite
Day.
days.
Absolutely. Everybody is clothed in African attire to mark the celebration. But beyond the outfits that we wear, what are some of the traits you think individuals, Ghanaians, should possess in terms of propelling the growth of this country?
I like to use the word propel. I'll give you some more P words.
Okay.
So I think we are being patriotic in what we wear and showing that, but we really have to be passionate about the things that we do, because that would give us the impetus and the interest to really drive those things. And then we also really need to be positive. So positive in the sense that encouraging people who are doing something, celebrating their successes, and generally being positive about the great things that are happening. And then proactive is very key, especially for young people. So we have to be more proactive in trying to get things done and not always being reactive, not always waiting for things to happen, going out and making things happen. And then progressive. So as we've grown through the years, I think as a culture and as a country, we've become more progressive with some of the ways that we look at things, whether it's gender equity and balance, working with more inclusion and vulnerable groups. We have to be more progressive in that sense. But most importantly, we have to be productive. For us to have a country that is great and one that we love, individually we have to be competent, we have to be productive, so that our centers, our circles, our communities, our cities, and our country can also be productive.
Absolutely. Productive is the way to go. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Rafia.
Surely.
Thank you.